Breaking overnight, Madison city leaders pass a new budget. We'll go one-on-one with the mayor to learn about how they're spending your tax dollars.
Plus, the state Supreme Court could make a decision with big impacts for students enrolled in school choice and charter programs, what they're considering now.
And report cards are in for the state school districts. We'll break down the scores the state is giving out.
Mild start to our morning, and it's going to be a mild afternoon today and tomorrow, but some changes on the way. We'll time it all out for you coming up.
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now this morning. We hope you're having a good morning. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka's got your first warn forecast. We've got some gorgeous weather. We have been really spoiled recently.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna be.
How much longer is it going to last?
Just a couple more days. It's going to be a slap in the face by Friday.
Hey, we'll take it. It's something.
Yeah, it is something.
Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, get outside and enjoy the beautiful weather that we have the next couple of days, because we do have some changes on the way. That'll be coming in tomorrow night. That's with a cold front that'll arrive that may produce a brief shower, but then some much colder weather. On Friday, a little bit more seasonal temperatures as we close out the week going into the upcoming weekend. 43 right now in Madison, 47 in Middleton, Verona at 46, 41 in Brooklyn. So these are pretty close to our average highs for this time of the year. We're about 15, 16 degrees above where we were yesterday at this time. So you won't need that really heavy jacket this morning, and maybe shorts and short sleeves later today as we climb through the upper 50s here at the noon hour. Winds won't be as gusty as yesterday. Plenty of sunshine to go around, headed into the low 60s later today. So beautiful afternoon for us, mostly sunny and mild. Not as much wind as yesterday. 62 expected today. Another mild day tomorrow before that cold front arrives. We'll talk about that. And also the Thanksgiving holiday. Could be talking about some rain, maybe a little bit of snow before it comes our way next week. We'll talk more about that coming up.
Ooh, all right. Quite the tease. Kelly, thank you very much. To our top story this hour, schools across the state are now seeing their own report cards from the Department of Public Instruction.
In those report cards, there's data from multiple school years, which gives an accountability score for each Wisconsin district. Our Shane Hilgen is here to break down all the numbers this morning for us. What can you tell us, Shane?
Hey, Chris, good morning. Yeah, that's right. The report card is split into 4 categories. So achievement or actual test scores, they are lower than before the pandemic, but growth from the 21 to 2022 school year weighs heavier on the district's overall grade. So statewide, 94% of school districts either met, exceeded, or significantly exceeded those expectations. So what about Madison's grade? Well, they earned a 68.3, but experts with the Department of Public Information say there's more to that grade than just the numerical value. When you look at growth, Madison Metro School District saw higher standardized test scores in English, language arts, and math than most of the state. DPI leaders say school communities should look past those numbers and at the actions that need to be taken.
Difference between getting a paperback from a teacher that says 78 on it and getting a paperback from a teacher that says 78 and then actually gives you advice on how to make it better.
So a big piece of that advice they have is to improve what they call chronic absenteeism. That's the amount of students who miss more than 10% of school days in a year. Also important to note here, DPI says this is the first report card that does not include test scores from before the pandemic, because they want to continue looking forward. Obviously, you know, the pandemic played a major role in how kids performed, so now they're trying to see what things look like as we continue to move forward here.
Some really eye-opening numbers there, though, for sure, Shane. Thank you for breaking them down for us. The state Supreme Court is considering whether to take a case that would get rid of Wisconsin's school choice programs. Supporters of the programs were in court yesterday asking the justices to reject a lawsuit that questions whether they're legal. They say it would create chaos for tens of thousands of families. The liberal PAC-funded lawsuit argues that state funding for the programs violate the Constitution. It points to the declaration that public funds should be spent on public purposes. School choice programs include charter schools and state money that send students to private schools.
Breaking overnight, the Madison Common Council approved the mayor's spending plan. Afterwards, Mayor Sachi Rhodes Conway thanked the council and said that the city's budget process is never easy and there are always more community needs and more good ideas than funding can support. She goes on to blame the state legislature for limiting the amount of money they can raise, including raising property taxes. The mayor and I recently talked one-on-one about the financial challenges facing the city. The cost of running Madison is going up and the city is running short on options to raise money. All the while, the mayor is trying to push the city's progressive agenda forward. Critics in the right-wing media slam the city for defunding police. What would you say to someone who sees the headline of a 1% reduction in departments, this reduction in spending for public safety? What would you have to say to those
They
people?
should come and actually look at our budget. It's a really good talking point for the right wing, but it's completely non-factual. We haven't reduced our commissioned force. We have only asked police to take the cuts that every other department has taken. If you actually look at pure dollar figures, the police budget has gone up every year.
People at home are going to hear that you're trying to make cuts across the board of 1%. Meantime, they're looking at their property tax bill and say, wait, my property is assessing for a heck of a lot more than it did a few years ago. I'm paying more on property taxes. Why on earth are we having to make cuts?
Yeah.
So what would you say to those people?
Well, we're making cuts so that your property taxes don't go up even more. I mean, that's really the bottom line. Between that and the fact that the legislature literally restricts both how much we can spend and how much we can raise property taxes. We can't raise property taxes more than we are. And yet, the cost to just keep doing what we did last year is going up more than we're able to pay for next year.
Here are some key takeaways from the budget. It's going to raise Madison property taxes on average of 3.8%. All departments are going to have to cut operating budgets by 1%. They've historically been falling short of their budget anyway, so this is a way to get some of that money back. There's a lot jammed into the budget, folks. I encourage everyone out there to read it. Total revamp of John Nolan Drives included bus rapid transit, a new library, new police station, an evidence building. So please review the data. If you're not even going to go to our website, I don't care. Go to the city's website and look at it there so you know exactly where your tax dollars are going.
Really great reporting, Chris. 6:06 now to Wisconsin's capital. The governor has a stack of new bills headed to his desk this morning. That includes a plan to cut taxes by $2 million. Republicans in the legislature approving the cut yesterday as part of a package aimed at lowering child care cuts. This after they gutted Governor Evers' original plan. That included spending $365 million on child care and establishing a 12-week family medical leave. Evers' office has previously called Republicans' tax cut completely unserious. He is expected to veto it.
Also headed to the governor's desk, a new plan to keep the Brewers in Wisconsin through 2050. A group of bipartisan senators voted to send that $600 million spending plan to the governor's desk after they struck a deal to raise the amount of money that the team would contribute. It will also lower the cost to state taxpayers.
Well, we were clear about what it is that we needed. We needed to make sure that our local governments had a voice at the table. We did not waver away from that. We were clear that we wanted and needed to bring the state contribution down, and we were able to do that as well.
About half of Senate Republicans voted against the bill, along with 3 Democrats from Milwaukee. The remaining Democrats joined other Republicans in voting to pass the bill. Evers says he will sign it.
Wisconsin could see new regulations for serving liquor at private event venues, places like wedding barns. That's if Governor Evers signs this newly passed legislation. It would require wedding barns to limit the number of times they serve alcohol per year or else get a liquor license. Supporters say it's necessary for public safety, and it would help level the playing field with taverns and bars who compete for customers. Wedding barn owners say the added requirements could put them out of business.
Wisconsin municipalities and landowners could soon be able to apply for tens of millions of dollars in state grants to fight PFAS pollution. A bill headed to the state assembly right now would provide grants from a $125 million fund that GOP legislators included in the budget. Under the bill, the Department of Natural Resources, the DNR, would need landowners' permission to test their water for PFAS, and then the DNR would be responsible for stopping the damage. The DNR also wouldn't be able to take action against private landowners who spread PFAS. Governor Evers says he does not support the bill because of this.
The University of Wisconsin is teaming up with state government this morning to help students transition their careers once they graduate college. The License Educator Access Portal, or LEAP, speeds up the licensing process for students entering healthcare fields in particular. The goal here is for students to transition to become a licensed professional with as few barriers and as quickly as possible. That might also help with staffing shortages in certain fields. A full rollout of LEAP is expected to come for those graduating this coming spring. Okay, it's 6:09. Coming up here on News 3 Now this morning, we're going to sit down with Delaney's Steakhouse on a major milestone and how they're celebrating right here.
And Kelly's looking at your forecast. Kelly?
We've got a couple more warm days on the way, but some big changes headed our way in the 10-day forecast. We'll have that first warm forecast when we can expect those changes coming up.
Badger women's basketball also in action, hosting Dakota State. We'll take a look at how the Jackrabbits fared against the Badgers.
The best doorbusters deals of the year are available now at Ashley. Find clearance and overstock mattresses throughout the store at huge discounts while they last. Sealy Queen mattresses as little as $8 a month. Only at Ashley.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Are you tired of living with that awful joint pain in your knees, hips, back, and shoulder? Ready to get your life back? Call QC Kinetics now, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. These non-invasive treatments harness your body's own healing power to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. No drugs, no downtime, no surgery. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation. Learn how all-natural advanced regenerative medicine can bring you lasting relief. QC Kinetics.
I just love dancing, so I was always willing to dance through the pain. Since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports and being pain-free now, my mood and my energy has drastically improved. Once that energy gets into you, double spins.
This is Matt Gunderson. It still hits me every time TAPS is played. We're honored to serve those who served. An eligible Veterans Life Celebration includes honors recognizing their dedication and selfless service, including uniform and medal displays.
DePaco Credit Union works to ensure members are well on their way to living a life worth loving. We're committed to enhancing well-being and strengthening the cooperative through programs like thank yous. This year, DePaco members share more than $3.3 million in thank yous by saving, borrowing, and planning for the future. When we consistently work together to boost financial well-being, we power the credit union, creating brighter community for all. Not a member? Join the movement where member ownership pays. Visit a DePaco branch or join online at depaco.com.
Pick and Save gives you so many ways to save, on top of our lower than low prices. Enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons. Earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon. And with a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Plus, our weekly sales will keep your budget merry and bright. So get rewarded and save. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
The best doorbusters deals of the year are available now at Ashley. Save as much as 68% store-wide. And find clearance and overstocked items throughout the store at huge discounts while they last. Plus 72-month special financing. Only at Ashley.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. 6:13. A Madison Supper Club favorite is celebrating half a century of service and inviting you to join.
So we are talking to Delaney's this morning. You can find them on the west side. So Dan and Frither are here talking about the throwback. They're celebrating 50 years of business. Congratulations. What a milestone. Tell us about the family history.
Well, it's been in the family for 50 years. My dad started it after owning a Texaco station on Park Street. And yeah, he started right here on the west side. And unfortunately, he passed in 2011, but we're carrying on the dream of Delaney's.
Okay, I have to say really briefly, when I was pregnant with my first baby, I asked my husband to take me out somewhere nice, and we immediately were like, we're going to Delaney's.
Awesome.
And I had a great steak. So I'm excited. You guys have a throwback menu from 1973.
Yep, definitely inspired.
Tell me a little bit about it and what we've got here.
This is a throwback salad bar salad. We don't have the salad bar anymore, but Fritha came up with this salad that I think perfectly represents what the old school salad bars really were.
Oh, you get the cottage cheese, you know,
the orange dip.
Yep, we've got cheese spread that we made in-house.
The pickled beets.
What's the
jelly
legit
beans.
name of this? I just always call it orange dip when I head to the salad bar.
Cheese spread?
Cheese spread. That is better. That is better.
I love that. That's something you just don't see, I mean, that often anymore, is those salad bars like that. So tell us how you went about getting that feel, like getting that throwback? How, like, where do you start, and how do you go through that process?
I think that it starts with like just being a Wisconsinite and going to supper clubs, growing up in supper clubs, seeing what they serve, and you know, going from there and taking our favorites from a salad bar that we don't get anymore because they don't really exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fritha pickled the beets. She pickled the dilly beans. She really put a lot of neat love into this salad.
Okay, there are a lot of neat options on this menu. We're going to break down more of it, including the drink portion of the menu from 1973 that's coming up in our next half hour. For now, Dan and Fritha, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, at 6:15, let's turn it over to Kelly Slifka. He's out on the patio with your first warn weather. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, going to be a great day to be outside today and also tomorrow. Just beautiful weather the next couple days. Don't get used to it, so take advantage of it while we have it. We are expecting temperatures today and tomorrow in the low to mid 60s. Now, I would say today's probably going to be the best of the two because it won't be quite as windy. But either way, both days look to be great. Now, we will see the changes come our way going through Friday and also the weekend. Temperatures a little bit more close to average, and then we even get colder, though. It looks like just as we head into the Thanksgiving holiday, temperatures will be in the low to mid 30s, it looks like, as we go into the later part of the week. And once again, I think I am having some computer problems, so I'm going to have to run inside again as we try to get my computer going here once again. But once again, as I'm going through the garage, I'd rather be outside than going through the garage, coming inside. Looking at some beautiful weather today and tomorrow before some of that colder air comes our way going into the weekend. So get out and enjoy it, maybe break the leaves, get some of that yard work done before that change comes our way going into the weekend. So we are looking at those changes as the jet stream takes a dip come Friday night. That's when we're going to see some of these changes come our way. That's when we're going to see that colder air come in, and it will be with us throughout the weekend. And then we'll get a reinforcing shot of some cold air, it looks like, by the middle part of next week. That'll continue throughout Thanksgiving. So enjoy the next couple of days with low to mid 60s, highs in the low 40s by Friday, below average temperatures by Thanksgiving Day. Want to thank Larry for sending in this photo from Middleton. What a beautiful shot as the sun was coming up. If you'd like to submit your photo, just go to First Warn Weather and you can submit your photo. Beautiful sunrise for us right now. Looking at the sun coming up, 62 expected today. Well above our average, not quite the record of 68. A lot of sunshine today as we climb the upper 50s, low 60s early this afternoon. And right now we're sitting at 43 in Madison, 45 in Janesville. Looking out ahead into the next week, we are looking at quiet conditions Sunday. By Monday, we can't rule out some showers rolling on in. Looks like the better chance will be Monday night going into Tuesday. You see some of that blue showing up. That would indicate maybe a little bit of snow mixing in before clearing up by Tuesday night. So our first warm forecast, 62 today, a 64 tomorrow. Will be windy tomorrow. Much cooler on Friday. We'll be in the upper 40s. Pretty seasonable, but dry weather this weekend. Now, if you're going to be traveling next week, the only concern will be some wet weather Monday night and Tuesday, and there might be cold enough that we can't rule out a little bit of snow mixing in. Right now, Thanksgiving Day looks chilly but dry. Temperatures in the mid 30s.
The Badger men's basketball team was excited when their non-conference schedule was released. Tennessee, Marquette, a trip to Arizona, big-time games against big-time programs, and a lot of early measuring sticks on how good this team can be. Well, up next on the schedule, Providence, and that look is all you need to know on how this one went. Friars jumped out to a 7-0 lead. John Blackwell dials one up from deep. He finished with 11 off the bench and scored 7 of Wisconsin's first 9 points. But this was ugly from the start. Badgers trailed by 15 at the break and just never really had it. Devin Carter with the and one. He dropped 21 on Bucky. They fall 72-59. Badger women looking to move to 3-0 on the year for the first time in 6 years. Wisconsin hosting South Dakota State first quarter, and Sarah Williams was going to work. She spins and wins for 2+1. Williams finished with 11 points and 5 blocks. And then later, it's Ronnie Porter spotting up and splashing home the triple. Team high 17 from her. She also added in 6 assists and 5 steals. Badgers stay perfect with a 66-64 win. This was the scene on the ice the last time Wisconsin women's hockey faced off against Ohio State. Pure celebration as the Badger women won their 7th national title. The stakes aren't as high this weekend, but it's still a huge matchup. It's number 1 versus number 2 in the rankings, and Mark Johnson's squad hasn't won in Columbus since 2020, something this group plans to change as they renew their rivalry with the Buckeyes.
It's always a super special weekend whenever we're playing Ohio, no matter what we're ranked. I think we're always usually 2 of the best in the country, and so it's always going to be a gritty weekend.
This rivalry's huge. I mean, I'm sure that they're out for blood after we just took the championship from them. So I think it's always been a rivalry, but especially after this past year, there's even more, intensity coming from both sides.
Fresh off a bye week, the Badger men's hockey team is rested, healthy, and ready for everyone's best shot now that the number 1 team in the nation, Bullseye, is on their backs. Wisconsin heads to Michigan State this weekend for another ranked showdown in the Big Ten. And Mike Hastings' squad knows 2 things. The Spartans will be a tough out, and they're about to be the hunted now that they're the top team in the land.
Yeah, the target gets bigger, right? When you're number 1, teams want to beat you. I think we felt that when we went into Minnesota as the number 1 team. We wanted to sweep them, and it's for us being in that position now where we want to invite that. We want to be excited about it, and we're getting every team's best, and we're excited about that, and we're ready to show them our best too.
And that's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. Hey, when we come back, we have continuing coverage of our Thanksgiving basket drive. We're going to give you a glimpse of just how easy it is to donate.
We'll be right back.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Big, beautiful sectional for just $9.99 with a free ottoman. Big deals.
Black Friday deals.
All month long. Up to 60% off list. Only at Slumberland. But don't wait, because deals this great won't last. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Anybody that knows me here knows that I'm always focused on the customer first. I want to make sure that we don't have to worry about this door next year, the year after that. I'm not an actor at all. Here at Precision, we're here for you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on Edge with 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 FlexBuy and 1,000 low APR cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Quartz takes a different approach to health insurance. We know every life well lived is a journey, and we're here to light the way at every step. That's why for 40 years, we've been alongside the doctors and hospitals who know what their communities need. Because they're a part of them. Because we're a part of them. There's a fire burning in all of us. Let's ignite it together. Quartz. Find your spark.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Friends of the Middleton Performing Arts Center present the Greatest Piano Men, celebrating the world's greatest pianists and showmen, including Elton John, Billy Joel, Stevie Wonder, Liberace, and more. One night only, Saturday, November 18th. Tickets available online now.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want some ice time, a nice time, so good you post it twice time. You want some cheer? Now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you who you gotta see. Ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Enjoy the magic of the North Pole, just east of O'Hare, with miles of memories waiting to be made. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont it.
And a Sealy Posturepedic mattress, both for just $6.99. It's the Black Friday mattress sale at Slumberland. Up to 60% off list. A Sealy mattress and a power base.
I hear those help reduce snoring.
Only at Slumberland.
Welcome back. We're in the middle of our big push to help Dane County families enjoy a Thanksgiving meal this holiday. Our friends at the Goodman Community Center are asking for donations this week to fill baskets for 4,000 families. So we're going to play a little game to show you just how cheap it is to donate. That's right. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning's Price is Right. Boys, okay, so here's how the game works. You guys are going to spin the wheel of donations. Whatever it lands on, you guys have to guess how much it costs. I'll see if you're right. If you get it wrong, you got to buy it for me.
Cool. Let's do it.
Chris is up first.
All right, here we go.
Ooh, what is that?
What do we get? That's the full basket.
Full basket. So a full basket donated to Goodman Center. How much does that cost?
That includes the turkey, the roasting pan.
It includes all
everything.
of these 10 items plus 10 more that they buy for it.
I'm going to say that an entire basket costs $78.
Oh my gosh, he's good. It's 80.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, pressure's on, Shane.
Beat that, Hogan.
Okay. What do we got?
Mac and cheese. Mac and cheese. Okay.
All the ingredients or like
just a box.
A box of mac and cheese.
Kraft.
Kraft mac and cheese. That's gotta be.
Let's go.
$1.39.
The price is wrong, Shane. It's $2.39.
Dang it.
$2.39.
Wait, but you're still closer. But you know.
Oh, that's
true.
The percentage-wise.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're all gonna donate together.
Let's do one more.
And give to Goodman Center. Okay, here we go.
We have 10 seconds.
Ooh, the turkey.
That's a turkey. How much is turkey? We need a 10 to 12 pound.
10 to 12 pound turkey is.
That's 74 bucks.
Gonna be
25.
It's gonna be 25 bucks.
Donate, folks. 25 bucks.
All right. We're back after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Dear Detour, when life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Get $1,000 cash back on Tundra when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota. Let's go places.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County doesn't just build homes. We build financially strong families. Habitat Homes, financed through affordable mortgages, allow hardworking families to break the cycle of poverty and invest in their futures. Your support changes lives. Please donate today.
Is that dishwasher running?
Yeah.
Criterion, ready when you are. Get this Criterion stainless steel appliance suite for under $2,400 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Okay, so I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but US Cellular has a new deal where you can get literally any Samsung Galaxy for free.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
And it's just in time for gift giving season, too.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
I'm gifting mine to my son.
Excuse me, it's work. Talk to me.
What a boss.
New and current customers can get any Samsung Galaxy free. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular.
I just love dancing, so I was always willing to dance through the pain. Since visiting the Good Feet store and wearing the arch supports and being pain-free now, my mood and my energy has drastically improved. Once that energy gets into you, double spins.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Dear Detour, when life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Get $1,000 cash back on Tundra when you finance through Toyota Financial Services. Toyota. Let's go places.
Right now, the government just days away from a shutdown, but they might have a solution.
Plus, breaking news overnight, the city has a new budget. I'll break down where your tax dollars are going.
And another mild start to our morning. Temperatures in the low to mid 40s. Another beautiful day with sunshine. It's not going to last forever. We'll have the first warm forecast coming up.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
And I'm Leah Lynchide. Thanks for waking up with us. Cherish that beautiful sunrise, the temperatures we're getting today, because they're not sticking around for long.
Yeah, I know. We've had really beautiful sunrises the last couple mornings.
Yeah.
And it looks like it'll continue for a couple more days, but we've got some changes on the way. Right now, 43 in Madison, 41 in Brooklyn, 46 in Middleton. This is about where our average high is this time of the year, so we're running well above average. And quite a bit warmer than where we were yesterday morning. We're 15 degrees warmer here in Madison, 16 degrees warmer in Janesville this morning. So it's going to be another mild day, just a beautiful afternoon with low 60s, mid 60s tomorrow. Cold front does arrive tomorrow night. That puts a halt to this unseasonably mild weather. By Friday, we're talking about temperatures in the lower half of the 40s. Today, beautiful, a lot of sunshine, and I would say this will probably be the best because it's not going to be as breezy as yesterday. Tomorrow's going to be windy. Upper 50s at the noon hour, should be topping out low 60s. Once again, a lot of sunshine today, beautiful sunrise coming up. 43 right now. At the airport, as temperatures climb into the upper 50s at the noon hour. Winds will be out of the southwest, not as breezy as yesterday. We'll talk more about the changes coming our way later this week and if we can expect some rain with that cold front coming up.
Kelly, with that first warn, thank you very much. Be prepared for that big change up in the weather that's coming later this week by downloading the First Warn weather app. It's free in your app store.
Now to that breaking news from overnight. The city of Madison has a new budget after the Common Council voted in favor of it overnight.
Hours of deliberation coming out to a pretty overwhelming vote of 18 yays, only 2 no's. Shane Hogan's here to break down what you'll be paying for as a city taxpayer. Good morning, Shane.
Hey, good morning, Leah. That's right. The main takeaway from the budget is an investment into local programs. The Madison Mayor, Satya Rhodes Conway, is outlining what she's calling some of the bright spots here in this new budget. So number one, more resources for the CARES program. That deals with nonviolent mental health situations. The city will also be hiring a new public information officer to help engage and respond to residents about city services. Also, more local and federal funding for the Lake Monona waterfront and John Nolan bridges. That's something we talked about earlier this week here on the show. The mayor says there will also be continued investment in the city's bus rapid transit system with funding to construct a north to south line. The city will also provide almost $95 million over a 6-year period to increase Madison's affordable housing fund. And finally, further investment in clean energy with tax credits from the Inflation Reduction Act.
Thank you not only to finance staff, but to all of our agencies who work starting in March to put their budgets together and spend not only hours and hours to do that work, but then do multiple presentations to my budget team.
So, you know, Satya Rhodes Conway talking about the process here. And it's also worth noting they got this done in a single night. This is something that usually takes a few days to deliberate on. So Madison City Council passing that budget for the 2024 year.
Not many changes. Yeah, they had 3 days blocked off to debate this. Got it done in one night. Very nuanced budget during some tough economic times, costing it more to run the city while trying to keep that progressive agenda for the strategic plan going. So a tough balance to strike there for city leaders.
Impressive timeline, though, getting it done in 1 day instead of 3.
Absolutely.
Shane Hogan, thanks a lot.
All right, this morning, Israel's military says it has delivered medical supplies, incubators, even baby food to one of Gaza's largest hospitals. It is also, however, announcing a targeted operation there against Hamas. Israel claims the terror group uses a series of tunnels below the hospital as its headquarters. The U.S. says it has evidence of this as well. Still, the Biden administration is pushing against any strikes on hospitals.
We do not want to see a firefight in a hospital where there are innocent civilians.
Meanwhile, protests in the U.S. and Middle East continue on both sides of the issue. Tens of thousands of demonstrators rallied in Washington, D.C. yesterday in support of Israel. Protesters also taking to the streets in Jerusalem. They're demanding the Hamas hostages be released. They're also calling for Benjamin Netanyahu's resignation.
Happening today, President Joe Biden will meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping to try to smooth out recent tensions between the countries. With conflicts raging in the Middle East and Europe, Biden is looking to demonstrate why an improved relationship with Beijing is in everyone's interest. U.S. officials say that they do not expect a long list of outcomes from today's meeting. Maybe a joint statement, that not even likely, though. Instead, the primary objective for today, the talks appears to be restoring channels of communications to avoid miscommunications that could lead to open conflict.
Just days before its Friday deadline, the House of Representatives has a short-term spending bill with bipartisan support this morning that puts the country one step closer to avoiding a government shutdown. But as CBS's Chanel Call reports, the bill didn't come without a fight.
The bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
In a rare display of bipartisanship, the People's House voted overwhelmingly to support right-wing Speaker Mike Johnson's plan to avert a government shutdown.
It's nice to see us working together.
The two-step stopgap measure that would fund federal agencies into the new year was cleared in a 336 to 95 vote, with more than 90 Republicans defecting.
2/3 being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended.
It didn't include big spending cuts or more aid to Ukraine and Israel, but got enough backing from House Democrats, who announced their full support moments before the vote.
Senate Leader McConnell and I will figure out the best way to get this done quickly. Neither McConnell nor I want a shutdown.
It's the first big victory for newly elected Speaker Mike Johnson, with the path to approval relying heavily on the left. A tactic last used by former Speaker Kevin McCarthy, which led to his ousting.
We're not surrendering, we're fighting, but you have to be wise about choosing the fight.
Still, Johnson celebrating the passage.
I can't turn an aircraft carrier overnight, but this was a very important first step to get us to the next stage.
With the Senate expected to approve the bill later this week. Chanel Call, CBS News.
Senate leaders have promised quick action, indicating they would support the bill. It will then go to President Biden's desk, where he can sign it into law. To avoid a shutdown, this all needs to happen before the deadline that's coming up this Friday.
Also, at the nation's capital this morning, plans are moving forward to get military members back in their positions. Senate Democrats are trying a new tactic to confirm nearly 400 positions in the nation's military. But Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville has been holding things up, protesting the military's abortion policy. That may change, though, after Democrats on the Rules Committee approved a measure to allow the Senate to confirm groups of military nominees for the remainder of the term. The resolution will be voted on by the Senate in the coming days and will need some bipartisan support to pass.
We're following a situation in Rock County this morning. Authorities there say an armed man robbed the Orfordville Dollar General store yesterday. Here's where it happened. The store itself is on North Main Street in that town. What we know right now is that no one is hurt. There's not a lot of other information available right now. We continue to ask Rock County for information. They're asking for your help in finding a suspect. The number to call if you have any information is up on your screen at 608-757-2244.
Janesville police had to use an app to outsmart a car thief. Listen to this. Officers say they were chasing a wanted man in a stolen Chevy, but lost him. Then they used GPS to track him down. He ended up making his way all the way near Edgerton. Officers ended up using the Chevy app to remotely turn off the stolen car. They were able to then arrest the suspect without any issues.
We have an update on a deadly crash that happened last Friday. Dane County authorities are identifying the man who died. He's been named as 77-year-old Roderick Anderson. Two cars crashed on Packers Avenue, not far from Wyndham Way Park. Taking a look at the scene here. Another person was seriously hurt, but we haven't received any updates on how they're doing. Officials are still investigating what caused the crash.
Well, it is that time of year in Madison, Fitchburg, and Middleton. Alternate side parking is now in effect. That's right. They go between 1 a.m. and 7 a.m. It's simple to remember. Odd numbered days, park in front of the odd numbered houses. Even numbered days, same thing. It's to help those snowplows get around and clear those streets. Alternate side parking is in effect through March 15th. Even if there's snow on the ground, you're still asked to follow the rules. If you don't, you could end up with a $20 ticket.
We had this conversation last night. Had to move the car into the driveway.
At that time of year, it came up quick.
6:39 now. Coming up after the break, it's time for schools to get their report cards from the state, and it's more than just the numbers that matter. We'll break them down for you.
And it is quite a bit milder this morning, not as chilly, and we've got a beautiful sunrise. It looks like this nice weather will continue for a couple more days, but some changes. The first warning forecast just ahead.
Make a difference in the world.
Be a mentor.
Young people need a positive role model to succeed and navigate life's challenges. Learn about mentorship opportunities at unitedmadison.com/mentoring. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals. Buy a Hormel Cure 81 whole boneless ham, get a free turkey. Buy 2, get 2 free on select Pepsi products. And Hy-Vee canned corn or green beans, just 49 cents. Only at Hy-Vee.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjord's furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Visit the Century House today and view our extensive lineup. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjord's furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream. With internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV. With the all-new Xumo Stream Box. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with fast and reliable internet for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited mobile line, and a free Xumo Stream Box when you add Spectrum TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Choose FlexBuy on Escape, Explorer, or Bronco with 2.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus 1,000 FlexBuy and 500 low APR cash.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are avocados, 2 for just $1. Hy-Vee waffles, just 99 cents. And Tombstone, Jack's Rising Crust, Jack's Max, or Jack's Cheesy Pizza Dippers, just $3.98. Only at Hy-Vee.
Make a difference in the world.
Be a mentor.
Young people need a positive role model to succeed and navigate life's challenges. Learn about mentorship opportunities at unitedmadison.com/mentoring. Brought to you by Fearing's Audio Video Security and United Madison.
Thursday at 10. After 5 decades as the University of Wisconsin system, the state's 13 public universities are getting a new name. Why now, when the university is facing so many other challenges? I'm getting answers from the man in charge.
If you look at everything we're doing, it's being driven by our strategic plan.
We'll follow the pricey process and why he says the rebranded Universities of Wisconsin is a pivotal move. The path to UW's new image, Thursday on News 3 Now at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Is it too much hair? Yeah, I can't do that.
Hey, we're back, everybody. Here, let's do this. Let's see, what do we got here?
Okay, Chris Stanford is running the camera right now. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning, live television. We have some guests this morning. We have a Madison Supper Club favorite, Delaney's, joining us. We have Dan, the owner, Fritha, who has made some of these phenomenal drinks. We're talking about their 50th anniversary. It's been 50 years since you guys opened in 1973. For viewers who don't know, let's start with Dan.
Sure.
Talk a little bit about the family history behind this place.
So, like I mentioned earlier, my dad thought it would be a great idea to open up a supper club on the west side after owning a Texaco station. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You know, and the restaurant's actually 2 years older than I am. So I was born into it. My brothers were born into it. And we just keep it going on, every single day. And lovely employees like Fritha and, do a neat contribution to all the fun stuff we do.
Okay, Fritha helped put together
it is a family at Delaney's, certainly.
And you helped put together this throwback menu from 1973.
I did help, yes.
I'll walk through some of the food in a minute, but we want to start with these lovely drinks on the backside that you guys are putting together. What did you make for us this morning?
Dan?
Well,
Actually,
this is a classic right here, and this is called a bourbon Manhattan. And my dad coined it a brownie just because of the color. So he'd sit down at the bar and simply ask the bartenders for a brownie. So it's made with Buffalo Trace bourbon, 2 dashes of bitters, and sweet vermouth. So, and served up like this. It is delicious.
The second guy?
The second guy is a lemon drop. So
I was going to say, looks like a
Kettle
lemon
One
drop.
sour, fresh squeezed lemon. Very good. And a sugar rim, too, so it's got some sweetness.
Very pretty. I'm an old-fashioned gal. Can't have them right now. 6 months pregnant. But this is a beautiful menu that is a total throwback. We featured the Supper Club salad bar plate earlier on in the morning show. We talked about the sirloin, the scallops. It's available for the rest of November, right, for folks to try?
Yep.
And it's a fixed menu.
It's a fixed menu, and it starts with the onion rings, our classic and most famous appetizer that we have at Delaney's.
Very cool. All right. Well, you folks will see me there for sure. Thanks for coming on the show and showing us some of these treats. We appreciate it. Let's shout out Chris Stanford for running the camera this morning. He did a nice job. Okay, it's 6:45. Let's get out to Kelly Slifka outside on our patio. The first warm weather. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning. It's a beautiful morning right now and not too chilly. This feels more like maybe early October as opposed to the middle of November this morning, and it's going to be another beautiful day. Look at the sunrise this morning, just absolutely gorgeous with the bright oranges, the blue contrast there. 43 right now in Madison, so it's definitely not as cold as yesterday morning. The winds are light out of the south. It's just going to be a beautiful afternoon for us, and actually going into the afternoon, look at how these temperatures rise from the 40s this morning. It looks like a roller coaster going uphill. Temperatures in the lower 60s early this afternoon. All right, tomorrow's going to be dry and warm, but we're watching this cold front that'll arrive tomorrow night. Probably not until after midnight, so it'll be mild up until then, but that cold front may produce a shower and then bring in some much cooler weather. That chance of rain will linger up until the sun comes up, it looks like Friday morning, and then we'll get into some sunshine, but a drastic temperature change, so that'll put a halt to the warm temperatures that we've been enduring and seeing, and we'll continue to see the next couple of days, so get out and enjoy it. Highs only in the low 40s by Friday, which is a little bit closer to our average. And then we even got a secondary surge of some colder air that will even bring us colder temperatures by Thanksgiving Day and the weekend. All right, temperatures today in the upper 50s here at the noon hour with lots of sunshine. The winds are out of the southwest, not as breezy as yesterday. Headed into the lower 60s, running about 15 degrees above our average for this time of the year. It will back off into the 40s pretty quickly this evening because the winds will be fairly light. Right now, 43 in Madison, 47 in the Dalles, 43 in Janesville, 40 right now in Monroe. Looking at clear skies across all of Dane County, 39 right now in Sauk City, Cottage Grove currently 41. Stoughton right now at 39 degrees. So our first warm forecast, 62 today, 64 tomorrow. Now I'd say today's gonna be a little better just simply because tomorrow's gonna be fairly windy, but that southerly wind may actually boost our temperatures in the mid 60s. That's out ahead of the cold front, possibly producing a shower tomorrow night. Should be ending early Friday morning. Then we're in the 40s. Seasonal weather, quiet weather for the weekend. Our next system may bring in a little bit of rain Monday night. Some of that rain may mix with a little bit of snow. Right now, it looks to be mainly a rainmaker, but if you're going to be traveling for the Thanksgiving holiday, just be aware of that. It should be done with by Wednesday, but just kind of a chilly Thanksgiving day. Highs in the mid-30s.
Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Hey, you know, we all wear many hats here on the morning show. So Chris Stanford is helping out on the floor this morning. Chris. How's it going?
Look at this. How's my shot here on, what am I at? Camera 4?
How do
How's
I
my
look?
shot on camera 4?
Are you getting my good side?
No, this takes me back. It was about 20 years ago. I was running floor camera on a morning show.
He did.
Up in Wausau, Wisconsin. How things come full circle. So, yeah. Glad I was able to help out in a pinch.
Thanks for leaving me with those 2 drinks that I can't partake in.
I know it. Wish I wasn't on the clock.
Okay, it's 6:48. Coming up in the morning sprint, we're showing you why the Brewers are sticking with Wisconsin for the foreseeable future.
If you got a little kiddo turning 3 soon, let us know so we can show their picture on TV. We're back after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living.
furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our Flex Steel authorized Black Friday sale. Going on now at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
However you do the holidays, do it together in the Chevy that's right for you. The strong and capable Chevy Silverado, the award-winning Chevy Equinox, or the all-new Chevy Trax. This holiday season, do more together in a new Chevy. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $269 a month. Or get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models.
How much money have you wasted trying to find the right shade of foundation to match your skin tone? You end up with so many unused bottles, yet you can't bear to throw them out. Now, there's Color Beauty Self-Adjusting Foundation, which means you'll never search for the perfect shade again.
It's really difficult for me to find a good tone foundation. I usually purchase about 3 or 4 and sometimes mix them. Color Beauty is a game changer in finding the right foundation. You put it on your skin and it transforms into your own skin tone.
The Color Beauty foundation is so simple to put on. My skin looks great and it just looks awesome.
The key to the innovative Color Beauty formula is tiny color beads that release and blend to perfectly match your skin tone as you apply it. The foundation is white when it comes out of the bottle, but when I begin to apply it, it adjusts to blend perfectly with the color of my skin.
My biggest problem area is my cheeks right here. Color Beauty feels really light on my skin, and I can tell that it is pretty full coverage, so it looks like I don't have too much foundation on, but it is covering all my acne scars like I was saying before. I actually really love it. It's weightless and it's full coverage, and also it literally just matches my skin as soon as I put it on. It's no work. I've never experienced a foundation like this.
Color Beauty only comes in 2 colors, light and medium. If you have fair skin or you burn easily, go with the light. If you have darker skin, go with the medium. Plus, with an SPF of 50, they're getting the highest level of sun protection in a lightweight formula. And best of all is Color Beauty's exclusive special. Order this Thanksgiving and get 40% off. That means you'll get the color adjusting foundation, the skin smoothing primer, and the fan favorite lash enhancer for thicker, longer looking lashes at 40% off. Plus, get free shipping. Visit color40.com or call the number on your screen.
Flex Steel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our Flex Steel authorized Black Friday sale. Going on now at Wanakee Furniture, ETC.
Shop the Brothers Maine Black Friday sale now.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
The city of Madison has a new budget this morning. The theme, continued support for local programs. That includes money for the CARES program, which looks to get police out of nonviolent mental health situations and bring in professionals who can deal with it. There were also more investments into clean energy projects for the city.
The Brewers will be staying in the state until 2050. That's because of a new deal struck at the State House. The legislature passed that bill that provides funding for repairs to AmFam Field while ensuring the crew will stick around. The bill still has to be signed by Governor Tony Evers, but he said in a statement yesterday that he does intend to sign it without any changes.
Another bill passed this week is changing up how Wisconsin businesses sell liquor. The bill creates new regulations for private event spaces like wedding barns. The changes now require them to have stricter limits on how many times they sell liquor in a year, or they have to get a liquor license. Currently, they don't need a license to sell alcohol.
A new system is making it easier for students to get specialized licenses for their jobs. The License Educator Access Portal, or LEAP, allows colleges in the Universities of Wisconsin system to easily work with licensing software. The new system already has a 25% reduction in wait times for students.
The new Speaker of the House has done what his predecessor couldn't. The House passing a bill with bipartisan support that will keep the government open. The bill is likely to be voted on in the Senate today, where it will have to stand up to scrutiny from both sides of the aisle. If it doesn't pass, the government will have until Friday to solve the issue.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
Them's fighting words. Some drama in a Senate hearing yesterday after a Republican senator threatened to fight the head of the Teamsters Union. The threat stemmed from a tweet that the union president made about GOP Senator from Oklahoma, Mark Wayne Mullen, calling him greedy. Who stepped in? That man right there. Bernie Sanders intervened and put the conflict to rest before it escalated.
More drama in the House as well, where Republicans seem to be getting physical with one another. Tennessee Representative Tim Burchett accused former Speaker Kevin McCarthy of elbowing him in the back while he was talking to a reporter. McCarthy denied the accusation. The only incident, it was caught on camera, or on audio rather, without video being available. For the first time in 6 years, Chinese President Xi Jinping will travel to the U.S. to meet with President Biden in San Francisco. The two will try putting the two countries' relationship on better footing after months of tension. The primary objective for the talks is restoring channels of communication to avoid a miscalculation that U.S. officials fear could lead to conflict.
To the war in Israel now, the Israeli military says it's conducting a raid inside Gaza's biggest hospital. Israeli radio reports the army hasn't found any indication yet of hostages there. Thousands of Palestinians, though, are believed to be sheltering in and around the hospital, though. Israel and the U.S. both say that Hamas operatives have a command center under the hospital. Hospital officials and Hamas deny that claim.
The Rock County Sheriff's Office says a man pointed a handgun at a cashier at a Dollar General in Orfordville Tuesday. As of this morning, the Sheriff's Office is still looking for the suspect and says it doesn't have any information on the status of the situation. We do know no one was hurt in the robbery.
Dane County authorities are releasing the name of a man killed in last Friday's car crash on the north side. 77-year-old Roderick Anderson was involved in that two-car crash near the intersection of Manley Street and Packers Avenue. There was another person seriously hurt in the crash. We have not received an update on their condition.
Starting today, alternate side parking rules go into effect. Madison, Fitchburg, and Middleton residents should make sure they're parking on the right side of the road, regardless of the weather. On even-numbered days, cars should park in front of even-numbered houses, and vice versa. You have to do it from 1 a.m. to 7 a.m. If you violate the rules, you could get a $20 fine.
Good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. Hard to believe we're talking about winter-like conditions, traffic, parking as well. But right now we're starting out in the 40s this morning. This is actually pretty close to our average high for this time of the year. Headed into the upper 50s here at the noon hour. A lot of sunshine, lighter winds than yesterday. Just a picture-perfect November day today. Beautiful sunrise right now as temperatures climb out of the 40s this morning. Quickly into the upper 50s at the noon hour. Beautiful day today. Tomorrow it may even be a little bit warmer. It's going to be windy, 64. We do have a cold front that may produce a shower Thursday night. Should end by Friday morning. Quite a bit cooler Friday, but seasonable weather for Saturday and Sunday. Our next chance of more measurable precipitation Monday night into Tuesday. Maybe a little bit of mix by then.
All right, quick change. Kelly, thank you.
Keep it here. We'll have another news and weather update in 30 minutes.